Hello everyone, welcome back to Money is Blind podcast, the show for blind and visually impaired persons to learn entrepreneurial skills. So as you all know, my course on how a blind and visually impaired persons can launch their first successful online business, it's available in the website www.moneyisblind.com. But I was planning to launch the same course in Udemy. It is the biggest one of the biggest online course platform, and before I publish that course I wanted to make sure that this course complies with their policies, and I have some other courses in my mind. As you might be knowing, if you have been following the show, I'm already working on 3 other courses right now. 2 of them are in the script stage and I have to start filming those courses. And yeah, I was thinking about launching all those courses in Udemy, but before launching those courses, I wanted to make sure that the content of my course is not restricted, or the policies in Udemy, the terms and conditions laid down by Udemy, does not makes my course ineligible. So I was browsing through the Udemy frequently asked questions and I came across some of the pages. And if you are a blind and visually impaired person and if you are thinking about launching your own online course in Udemy, you need to know this, because in this episode I'll be going through the Udemy restricted content. So if you are making courses on this content, Udemy is not going to publish it. If you listen to this episode completely, you can save your time, your effort, and you can thank me later. So on that note, let's hover over to Safari because I'm using my MacBook. So Udemy says that it is the instructor's responsibility to make sure that the courses they submit meets the policies and conditions laid down by Udemy. And if any of the courses that you have in your mind goes somewhere near the topics that I'm going to elaborate or enumerate, you need to reach out to their trust and safety committee. They have a team who does this job, and you have to give them more details about your course, and they will go through it, because every episode that you upload, it needs to get the approval from Udemy before it can be published. So let's get started. What are the restricted content that Udemy has flagged on their website? First one is sexuality. Sexually explicit content is not permitted. They won't allow content which provides content courses on sexual performances or technique on reproductive health. So examples of courses that are not allowed includes instructions on seduction, sexual techniques or performance, discussion of sex toys. But examples that are allowed includes safe sex courses, consent and communication, human sexuality from a psychological and sociological perspective. The next type of content is related to nudity and attire. According to Udemy, nudity is permitted only when essential to learning within an artistic, medical, or academic context. And attire should be appropriate to the context of the course, and it should not be emphasizing on the exposed body parts. So examples of courses that are allowed includes fine art and figure drawing, anatomical illustrations, medical footage or demonstrations. So this is what I was concerned about, because some of the courses that I wanted to share are mostly concerned with medical health, and as I'm a certified practicing medical professional, a physician, so I wanted to make sure that the content that I'm going to put in Udemy is not restricted by Udemy. And examples that are not allowed includes boudoir photography, naked yoga, and body art. The next type of contents is related to dating and relationships. Content on attraction, flirtation, courtship, etc. are not allowed. Any other courses on long-term relationship must be in accordance with all the other Udemy policies. So examples of courses that are allowed includes marital counseling, general discussions on intimacy within a course focused on improving overall relationship, self-confidence, ready to be dating. These are allowed. And examples of courses that are not allowed includes stereotyping on gender roles, seduction techniques. So weapons instruction, that's not allowed. Making, handling, and using of firearms or rare guns is not permitted. Examples of courses which are allowed includes how to disarm an attacker. Now related to courses based on violence and bodily harm, dangerous activities or behavior likely to impact health or result in injury cannot be permitted by Udemy. So examples of these courses which are not allowed includes self-harm, substance abuse, unhealthy weight management practices, extreme body modification, combat courses encouraging aggression, and examples that are allowed are like martial art courses, recovery programs for substance abuse, animal cruelty is not allowed. So if those of you who have pets, beware of this kind of courses. Treatment of animals such as pets, livestock, and games should be in accordance, and they should meet the recommendations and regulations published by the animal welfare regulations and all those kinds of committees. Discriminatory languages or ideas are not allowed. Illegal or unethical activities are not allowed. So examples of these courses which are not allowed includes courses related to cannabis, directions on cracking software access or non-ethical hacking, dark web exploration. Here there is an exception that they are laying out. If you are trying to inhibit or trying to make security the first concern when trying to explore the dark web, on how businesses can protect from dark web attackers. So examples of courses that are allowed includes instructions on how to find coupons and cheat codes. Misinformation and misleading content is also not allowed, like general ideas or instructions which are misleading or promotes ideas in opposition to the scientific, medical, or academic community should not be posted in Udemy because they won't be published. So examples of these courses are vaccine hesitancy, French theories, and money manifestation. And content for young persons is also not supported. Persons under the age of consent, for example, 13 years in US and 16 years in Ireland, are not allowed. So these were the restricted contents in Udemy, one of the biggest online course hosting platform. So if you host your course in Udemy and Udemy makes a sale for you, they get 63% and you get 37%. And if you promote the course by asking your audience, your customers, by asking your audience to use a coupon code, or by when a purchase happens through a link that you shared, you get 97%. That's the way Udemy shares the instructors' revenue with them. So there is something which is called Udemy Business, which I'll be covering in another episode. So online courses is booming right now. It needs minimal investment of money, but it needs to be good. It needs your investment in the form of time, effort, and purpose. So if you are into online courses, you can learn a lot of information on how you can launch your first online course, because I've done it within 6 months of starting this podcast. And you can follow my journey by scrolling up and listening to the episodes from episode number 1. All right, then that's it. I'm signing off. See you guys tomorrow. No, talk to you guys tomorrow. You guys take care. Bye-bye.